What's good, TTA family? Back at y'all with another one. I see I got Connor with me. The traffic, what up, yo, yo, yo? What's up, George? Brown Sugar, yo, yo, yo. Hank Hill, yo, yo, yo. What's up, Ghost? Nathan, what's the good word? Rod, what's up, Caesar? Hey, y'all, let me put a 1 in the chat for me if y'all can hear me real good. I appreciate that, Jeremy. Appreciate it, Joe. What up, Malcolm? Shout out to North Carolina. Preach State Auditor. What's up? What's up? Ghost Vision. Yo, yo, yo. Terrace. Tyler. What up? What up? What up? Shout out to Tennessee. Shout out to New Jersey, too. Shout out to New York. Georgia Gang Audits. What's up, though? South Georgia accountability in the house. What's the good word? Lafayette, Indiana. You want to get down, man? You want to get down? Or you chilling? You want to get down or you chilling? You chilling? Garber, man, the Harvey case, man, they still, I guess, calling themselves investigating, man. But y'all know we ain't turning nothing down, man. We ain't letting nothing go. Harvey cases, hopefully they doing what they supposed to be doing. Love you too, Rufus. Brown Sugar said he is so cute. I appreciate that. Direct D, man, what's up, brother? Hey, Direct D in the house, y'all. Man, shout out to Direct D from highlighting our video this week too, man. If y'all didn't see it, go over there and check it out. And if you ain't subscribed to Direct D, man, I suggest y'all get over there, man, and give them a subscription, man. We appreciate that, brother, for sure. Appreciate that, Michael Ray, man. Appreciate that, brother. You chilling, man? You chilling? I guess Connor gonna chill with us today. He ain't jumping off my lap. Appreciate that, Direct D, man. I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Miss Poker Face, I appreciate that. She said, beautiful pup. Oh, you gone? You out of here? You gone, man? Oh, you trying to nibble? You nibbling? You trying to drink my water? Yeah, he said Connor. Yeah, man. But y'all been seeing all the crazy stuff that's been going on, man. It's a lot going on, but God got us. God got us. You want some water? You want some water, man? On your bowl right over there. You want some of this water? Yeah, man. But Rusty, man, say when the video coming out, hey, we waiting for him. You know how they do. They they want to hold on to things and make us. It's a lot of hurry up and wait. It's a lot of hurry up and wait, man. Especially with that video. You already know. Oh man, Denver Metro in here, man. Another legend. Shout out to Denver Metro Audits, man. DMA, man. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and subscribe to his channel if y'all ain't already subscribed to DMA. He in the house, man. What's up, brother? Kevin Martin, you right. Prolong, man. Yep. It's always a prolong, man. All right, I seen the news clip. Yeah, man. Very disturbing, man. And for what it seemed like, you know, when the video, man, when it do surface, man, it's probably definitely gonna be definitely hard to look at. You know, but we definitely gonna release it as soon as we get it. Young, we finna take calls in a few more moments, man. I got you guys. Appreciate that, dirtbag. U.S. Republic. You know what? So, you say fired his ass fast. Good job. You know the thing with that, right? Too. So, I don't know if you guys were able to catch it, but he was like, okay, this happened on a Monday. I think the mayor suspended him on a Thursday. He wanted to fire him. The mayor wanted to fire him, but I got some inside word from somebody that the village attorney got involved and said, look, let's not fire him. Let's suspend him pending the investigation. I guess the mayor must have went with that. And that Friday, which was the next day, he was able to resign. So, they firing him would have been the best thing, but he did suspend him. The mayor said he suspended him without pay. There's a lot going on, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There's a lot going on, man, with that city, man, and that police department, the mayor, and everything, man. It's a lot going on, man. And I actually seen a report where the mayor fired a former chief of police for blowing the whistle, for being a whistleblower. He fired him, and that's how this dude got appointed. So, man, y'all, like I say, the story's all over the web, so y'all can go check it out. It's crazy, though. But it is what it is. It is what it is. God is good. He was able to get us up out of that little situation. Hey, but ain't no stopping though. We still here fighting for we the people, man. Hey, it just don't do nothing make me stronger, man. So it is what it is. But we're gonna open up the phone lines, man, so we can go and get some calls in right quick. And we should be good to go. Thanks for calling the TTA. Let the people know you are and where you're calling from.
Hello, Terminator. I want to preface this brief conversation with you a little bit ahead of time. I'm a law enforcement officer. Can't tell you what agency, but I do respect the work that you do out here as far as visiting these various different departments. I do think from time to time you're a little off on certain little things, but in general, I do think that you do a overall service, and we definitely have to honor our oaths when we're working. I'm sorry about the incident that occurred to you down at I think Robbins. I was actually watching your video. I'd heard about somebody getting fired a while back, but I didn't realize what had transpired.
Okay.
And it really teased me off that somebody did that to you. Because I believe even when people were not, as you say, honoring their oath, I hope you see in general that's not the experience that you had in interacting with law enforcement in general, and that was that particular individual made things that particular way in his particular organization.
Right, I feel you where you're coming from. Yeah, like my that's my stance, man. First of all, I want to say I appreciate that, man, the support wholeheartedly. But my stance has always been that I don't believe that all officers are bad. You know what I mean? Just like even with us, auditors, man. You got some auditors that go out and try to, I mean, this is what I'm hearing, that they go out and try to pick and nitpick and stuff like that. And some of us don't, but some, that might give one or two a bad look. And sometimes it might give all of y'all a bad look. But my thing
It
be,
does.
my thing be, when an officer see that another officer is bad, man, it's beautiful when they get called out. And they should always get called out, you know what I mean? And that's what we do it for.
Absolutely. I mean, it's something as simple as, like I said, I think, especially when I see you walk into the post offices. I mean, it says right there on Post 7 what the law is. I mean, it's, as far as their own rules.
That's
right?
correct.
So I mean, I don't see how you misinterpret what it says there. Typically, and I don't know every law on the books right now. So if you interacted with me in my particular organization and said something, right, you halfway clearly sound like you have an idea of what you're talking about, right? So just to ensure that I'm correct, right?
Right.
It only takes 5 seconds. Hey, look, man, just stand by for a second. Let me go hop back to my car. We look up exactly what you're saying to make sure we all on the same page.
Right.
I mean, you're not being resistant. You're not being physical. You're not. At least in all the videos I've seen, there doesn't appear to be any type of threat. So there was, either we gonna clear on out, or we can have a discussion about how we interpret something versus the way you interpret something.
That's correct. That's right. And I mean, then like I say, man, and then another thing, coming into doing stuff like this, it's like everybody's not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna, just like you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, no matter what, no one does. I mean, whether it be a basketball player or somebody that cooks, you can't get every single person in the world to like what you do. So I can understand that coming in doing what I do, but to be brutally battered and beat up, man, is unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean that's and I'm glad that and I don't know what you're doing or not doing, but pursuing whatever legal options you have in that situation, whether that's the town, whether that's that person personally or whatever. I mean, you got the right people to address that problem. But that's totally uncalled for. Should not have ever have occurred.
Right. That's right.
And then if you want to arrest somebody, the charge needs to align with what they actually did.
That's right.
Not clearly the charge they was reading had something to do with vehicles, automobiles. I mean, we should actually peruse and make sure that what you're actually trying to say someone did actually aligns with what transpired. Right? I mean, all the stuff's on video, and you look ridiculous, pursue things a particular way. So I know my organization tried to honor my oath. I am actually a supervisor, so I hold myself to an even higher standard because I have to come in and make sure, hey, look, no, that's not how we're gonna go about this.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
And let's be clear, like with most of these things, we don't got to deal with it right that second.
Right.
We, if we feel so strongly about something, we can file for a warrant and deal with it later. But it's not. It ain't that big of a deal.
You're right. I mean, and it's crazy, man, because like you say, man, when I went and looked up, me and my attorneys looked up the statute of the of the
That's
actual.
The first thing you should do.
Yeah, we look up the statute of the actual ordinance that they claim I violated, man, and it has absolutely nothing to do with record. Man, it's crazy about. It's about like he said, stored cars and abandoned vehicles. I couldn't believe it, man. Couldn't believe it.
It's what probably happened was he read the name of the title and assumed that that's what it was.
Yeah, right. Totally unprofessional.
There's like the different trespass statutes, right? There's one for state property versus, private property versus. You have to. If you put down the wrong statute, then it's null and void. We have to pay. I mean, we have to take arresting people serious. It's not a trivial thing to do.
You're right. You're
literally taking somebody's freedoms.
That's correct.
From them for whatever period of time.
That's correct.
And they have to go to court for it. Even if you're just writing a citation, it still comes down as a arrest on their record that can impact their ability to get employment, get a clearance, all these other things. So, once again, I'm sorry that happened to you. I've been watching your video. I've been watching your videos, and I try to watch both side videos. I mean, because I learn things from both sides, right? You know, I say, okay, well, this officer did that real poorly, but I say, oh, this officer was real clever with how he got that guy, and you know, and all we can do is keep learning.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's shameful, and we locked in, man. Like I said, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you supporting, though, man. I really do.
Well, they say feel free to lock in the place I communicated to you from, and
Okay.
we can speak on in a future date.
Okay, for sure, man. Appreciate you, and I appreciate you calling in. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
All right. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know where you are and where you're calling from.
TTA family, what's up? This is Tori, man. I just want to give a shout out to you, man, my brother. I mean, for educating us, putting us on point, man. Like, man, it's crazy in 2024. A black man got to go through all this for something that we got the right to do, which is crazy. But my brother, we stand behind you. If you need anything, lock me in. This is Boss Lifestyles, man. Whatever you need or whatever. We out here in California and in Miami, man. So, you know, whatever. It's a black-owned company. Whatever we can do for you, my brother, we here.
Man, I appreciate you wholeheartedly, man. Thanks a lot.
For sure, for sure. Keep doing what you're doing, my brother, and keep educating us, bro.
I got you.
For sure.
All right. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know you are and where you're calling from.
What it do, bro? This Julian calling from St. Louis, man.
Oh, man, shout out to St. Louis. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm good, bro. I be watching the show every day, dog. Like, you be putting me on all game, man. I just got one question, though. Like, what made you start doing this, and how did you start doing this stuff?
Well, what made me start, like I say, I always had a love for, like, you know, the legal process and you know, the other side. When I say the other side, meaning our side, because I feel like it's us against the government, man. And, you know, when it comes down to it. So our rights in its entirety, man, I always had a love for that. And, you know, like I said, a couple years ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, I started watching these audits, man. And I feel like outside of our men and women of our military, man, I believe that the First Amendment auditing community is the second line of defense, which the military being the first line, you know. So I think we grouped in there, and I just wanted to be a part of something that's right, because my analogy is this, right? All of us have a born date. We all got a date that we was born, and we all got a date that we got to die. And in the middle, you got a little dash, and that dash is your legacy, man. So what did you do while you was here? And, you know, that's why I'm fearless doing this, because if I got to die doing this, then I die doing something right, like all the other influential people before me. So that's why I do it, brother, for freedom.
That's real, man. I'm taking a page out your book in St. Louis. I'm finna start doing the exact same thing, my brother. I love it, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, my brother.
Now, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know you are and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this one there is from Birmingham, Alabama.
Shout out to Alabama. How you feeling today, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Just want to let you know, man, I've been watching you, man, almost a year, man. I went all the way back. I love everything you do, man. Continue doing it. You hear me?
No, man, I appreciate you, bro. I really do.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, give him hell, man. I love you.
I love you too, man. Thanks a lot, brother.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know you are and where you're calling from.
Yo, it's Anthony from Jersey, baby. What's going on?
Man, what's going on, man? Shout out to Jersey. How you feeling today?
Yo, I'm doing all right. Yo, I just want to get out and quick. What up, TJ family? You got to come out to Jersey, man. It's a lot of corrupt politics going on over here, man. I see what you're doing over there, man. I love it. Come out to the East Coast, man. You know, we would love to have you.
Oh, man, I got you, brother. As soon as I get that way, man, I'll definitely be hitting you up, brother.
appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Love the videos. I watch every time you post, all right?
Thanks a lot, bro.
Take it easy.
Me too. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know who you are, where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name's Zeb. I'm from Tennessee.
Shout out to Tennessee. How you feeling today?
I'm doing all right. James, how about yourself?
Man, trying to take it one day at a time. Thanks for asking.
Oh, no worries, man. I called you a couple weeks ago, talked to you for a little bit. Thought I'd call back in. You had mentioned in the call where I called the last time that you had mentioned that you had been arrested before because I was the one that was discussing with you, I believe, about the Harvey deal with the officer kills.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to re-bring up that whole conversation, but I believe that where this incident just happened to you was where you had referenced whenever I had said something about you taking the arrest or whatever, and you're like, well, I had been arrested. Did you not see this video? That was pretty much the video. That was the arrest you was talking about where you just revisited it to this last time where this incident happened, correct?
That's correct, brother.
All right. I was just making sure because I told you I was going to go back and check that out. And then whenever I saw this, I was like, okay, this is what James was talking about whenever he had said it happened before.
That's correct. Yep, you're absolutely correct, man. Yep.
I just like everybody else who's chiming in, I'm really, upset, like you said we all would be, that happened to you and that things got escalated to that point.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And like I explained to my family, man, a lot of my family is they're, obviously naturally they're worried and stuff, my mom, my wife and everything like that, but I know what I signed up for, man, and I know what can possibly happen, and I'm cool with that, and that's why I'm right back. I'm right back to it, man, because God called me for the mission. So I definitely appreciate all you guys, man. I love you guys, man, wholeheartedly, man, because y'all support me. Y'all give me the fuel to even continue on doing this. I know how important it is, how significant and essential all this is, and I'm locked in for the long run. So they can get used to me.
Well, that's the only way you can be. It's one of those things that's kind of like a train. Once you get it rolling, you can't just throw on the brakes. It's just like that. But there's like a whole lot of things that that I would say about the way that this is going. Like the fact that they stripped you of your phone, and then like you had said at the beginning of the video where the DA actually slid in there and kind of talked the mayor into giving that guy enough time to resign instead of just firing him the way that he should have. It's like you flip over a rock and all of a sudden everything scurries.
Yeah, you're right, man, and that's what that's the thing. That's the first thing I thought about, man. Where I was like, I had some inside information where the mayor, I guess, quote unquote, wanted to fire him, but I say like the village attorney came in and said, let's just suspend him right quick, pending the investigation. But yet and still, you had already seen these videos. So if you've seen the videos, there's really. So they'd kill me with that when stuff be on video, it be plain as day what happened, but you still have to investigate. That's the funny thing to me. Like you see what's going on, but we got this. What else do you need to see? So
well, that's like in some states they got that law to where like if 4 or 5 people actually see the occurrence happen, then it's a done deal. It's 5 or 6 people that don't know each other, that didn't conspire, that had no way to conspire. Then they'll nail it. And whenever you show that video, you've got it. There's it's undeniable evidence, and I understand why you're sitting there saying that it baffles the mind how they're like, oh well, we got to take months to investigate and we got to look over it. That's hogwash. That's just them buying time.
That's correct. And you know what? I don't know if you was able to see the my live when I went live with my attorney just this week in channel. Yeah, was you able to see that?
Yes, I was there with you, man. I was there.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you, brother. And then my I guess the news guy asked my attorney a question about my phone being because obviously I never got my phone back. And you know how he was matter of fact about it. That's why he a powerhouse attorney, man. I got 2 of them. two of them actually at that firm that's on his case. But the statement that he made, he was like, oh, like no problem. If the phone is missing, then that's just destruction of material evidence, which is an additional problem for that chief. So, they stepped into some mess this time, man. So
I'm thinking that after this is said and done, I mean, I know that you're probably still going to go through your original procedures and tack all this to the insurance because that's your MO and that's what you do. But I'm really hoping after this gets sorted out that he literally isn't able to do that hopscotch thing and end up in some other county in some other state and hold the same kind of position. I've got my fingers crossed that this is a career ender for this guy.
You know what?
Just we removed him from this position and on down the road since he got to resign, he gets to pop up somewhere else. I'm hoping that this really actually does the trick.
Yeah, I think so, man. And you know what? Real quick, I don't think we're going to definitely be doing the insurance. We going all the way. We're going to the Dirksen building with this one, man. We're going. It's going to definitely be a lawsuit with this one. The insurance thing is kind of like, I like to use that because it's a quick recourse. It's quick though. This right here needs to be, it's just too much happened for us to just, hurry up and be done with it. So, we're going to go the big route with this one, man. And it's going to be numerous of updates and follow-ups. Y'all already know. So get ready for that.
Well, I got kind of a hard question for you real fast. Well, I don't know if it can be real fast, but I'm trying not to take up everybody's time. But I do kind of got a little bit of a difficult question. I'm not trying to blindside you or anything, but I think that you may remember, if you remember our last call, how I was real big on that Harvey deal and that I believe Officer Kills was at Harvey.
Yeah.
I'm wondering in your mind if you can kind of give a quick go over as to the way that Harvey is going and the way that it went and then the way that officer who was supposed to be investigating everything kind of pushed you on down the road a little bit. Now that this instance has happened to you here, do you feel like that's going to be like some Red Bull and give you wings? That way next time you go back to Harvey, you're going to be a little more I'm not saying that you wasn't playing hardball to begin with, but do you think that this experience has kind of hardened you up a little bit to where now you're going back and you're like, I'm not letting y'all off so easy over there? Because that Officer King, I got to admit, that's one of the most shocking things I've seen in a long time.
Me too, man. And you know what? To be perfectly honest with you, I'm always remain in character and try to be respectful and professional. But I don't want to really. I understand your question, but I don't want to treat someone else too bad off of what I experienced in Robbins because it wouldn't be fair. You feel me? But I know what you're saying though. I know what you're saying in terms of like just like zero tolerance. I know, you know what I mean. So
well, if Officer Kills was going to do that to you, it's like I said in my comments. You know that he's doing that to all these other people, and he could have been doing stuff like what you said that could have happened to you. I don't know what would have happened if he'd have got me in the back of that car. Well, there's somebody out there in the back of that old boy's car.
That's true.
Just like you ended up being the guy in that chief of police's office right there. So I was just curious if that kind of made you feel like, you know what, it's not like you're targeting him. It's not like you're going to pay him back, or it's not vengeance. It's just you have a more of a firsthand nature now of those attitudes really do need to be removed from those positions. You're
right. No, I agree with you, brother, 1,000%. I understand precisely what you're saying, man. And I put it to you like this, man. I'm absolutely none of them will be getting away with any of it. I'm all over it, man. I got it covered like a rug. You can rest assured, right. And especially
overplayed. That's one that I ain't heard you say in a while.
Hey, that one. You know what, too, brother? Especially Officer Kill, because I can. You know what? He's about as unhinged as that chief was. I can see it all in his mannerisms, man. He at any moment he's about ready to do something to somebody. So
you caught it from way back, and then not only that, but when you went to talk to the investigator afterwards, whenever he tried to be all like, "Oh, well, we can't do it in this room. We got to do it in this room," you called him on his true colors then, and then he actually held up the piece of paper from your FOIA request, and that proved that he had it, and then you come around and went and proved that he never sent that with it. He just stuck it in your file and acted like that was the only place it was supposed to go. I knew right then, I was like, this guy is not going to help the citizen. He is in there to try to cover up whatever he can, and I was extremely disappointed.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. And that's what we can't tolerate, man. And we won't. So yeah.
You definitely laying the tracks to make sure that stuff's getting hauled out of there. That's for sure, man. Like I said, I knew it was a difficult question. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I didn't start with you from way back, but whenever I found you, I went all the way back and I binge watched it and I caught all the way up. So really enjoying the material. And once again, I hate that you had to go through what you just went through. But like you always say, God put you in these positions for a reason. And I was just curious if now that you've kind of been in that position with this chief, did it desensitize you some and kind of show you the importance of why whenever you run into them officer kills out there, sometimes you got to show the teeth a little bit more.
You're right. And you know what, brother? You can rest assured we definitely going to. You make no mistake about it.
I don't want you to not be who you are. I definitely understand what you're saying about being who you are, and that's what God's going to protect. So amen to that. I 100% believe that. I don't want none of this to change you or turn you jade you or anything like that. But I definitely was curious because that officer kills. I feel bad for anybody that has to be subjected to that guy. Because even now, it's been a month or months since you've been there. Who knows what that guy's done on a daily basis? And like you said, you can see it in his eyes.
Oh yeah,
he's unhinged.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready, man. At any moment, he's ready.
And he's got that sidekick partner with him there that at first all tried to act like he was all good and he was trying to be the good cop and this, that, and the other. And as soon as you relented just a little bit, it was like a chihuahua. Like you were walking to the door and that chihuahua just nailing at your heels the whole way, biting your ankles the whole way trying to get to the door. After you relented somewhat. And I'm just like, that's almost as dangerous as Mr. Kills was.
You're right.
But like I said, I didn't want to keep you. I didn't want to take up all your time. Since I had the opportunity to talk to you, I wanted to put it in your ear. God told me to call. I just wanted to talk. I appreciate you taking my call, and definitely going to keep continuing cheering from you from down here in Tennessee, big man.
Nah, appreciate you, brother. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know you are and where you're calling from.
Hey, James. This is Tanisha. I'm from Alabama. How are you?
Pretty good. Shout out to Alabama. How you feeling today?
I'm great. I just want to say, wow.
Yeah.
I am so glad that Tyrant was terminated, one of the head tyrants.
I swear.
I just can't believe he did that with so much to lose. That was crazy.
Man, that dude right
Tyrant.
there. Hey, you know what? That dude right there, man, we was in a room. All I could think about was like, I was to start thinking about a whole bunch of stuff, man, that was coming to my mind. And I'm like, I got to stroke this dude ego, man, so I can make it out.
Yeah.
So I started trying to agree with him, just to let him hear stuff that he wanted to hear. And I see that was working. And man, when I seen he got ready to leave, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to make it up out of here. But he won't, this ain't the last time he going to see me though.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
The objective was to get out. And then for him to call in witnesses.
Yeah.
What? I was telling my kids this story, and we were just in awe that, the chief of police would be that tyrant. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I know that, people like that exist, but I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because
terminated.
And you know what? It's like the whole time I've been doing this, like, I never, I don't really be getting arrested. And for me to be unlawfully arrested at that point and beat up, it was like, what's going on? Like, only because we just exercising our rights today? That's what this is about?
And he is that upset about that. Like, you can imagine what else he's done if he's that upset about you. You know, you filming.
Yeah, and then
and really challenging him is what his issue was.
that's
you know?
what it was. That's
Yeah.
precisely what it was. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is crazy. But I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. You have a village with us. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you for calling in. Thanks for the support. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know who you are and where you're calling from.
Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, brother?
How you feeling today, brother?
All right. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, man, thank God for what you're doing, brother. First thing, for a few things I got to ask you, and then we'll be good to go. Why did the police chief film himself doing that? That didn't make any sense. He should have known that eventually. I mean, why did he film? It's almost like they wanted to get caught.
You know what? To be honest, I think like when I first came in, and he pulled out his personal phone and started recording me. I like if you notice in the auditing community, we call that a cam back. Like we go to all these different spots, and a lot of people do that. So they think when they put the camera back on us that we're going to have a problem. Where we actually embrace that cam back because we understand that it's a right for people to do that, right? So when the chief did it to me, he probably was expecting me to like fly off the handle. So that didn't work. So he probably figured like, because we was talking in the lobby for like 15, 20 minutes before all this occurred. And I was telling them how I was going to file a FOIA. I'm getting ready to file a complaint on them because for our previous encounter where my tickets was dismissed. And I think all that was getting to him. Plus, he had brought up the fact that my first video, he said that I was defaming him for putting in the caption that he was unhinged. And I was like, why would you think I'm defaming you when you snatched no, matter of fact, in my caption, I had ultra aggressive. He said he wasn't ultra aggressive, but you snatched the whole phone out my hand. That is aggressive. So I think that everything that we was talking about for those 15 minutes was in his mind. Plus he knew that I was there filming a brand new video. So I don't think he could, like, it was getting under his skin. You know what I'm saying? To where he was out of control that day.
Well, you know what, brother? I understand you say race doesn't matter, and I applaud you for that. But I kind of disagree in a way because you are an African American auditor, and I mean I'm sure there's a lot of police officers, especially white police officers, like, how dare this black man come in here and think he knows more than us? And
well, you know what? I want you to remember that point, and I don't want to cut you off. I want to make it clear on what I mean, right? So, like, when I say race don't matter, so like I want to, like, okay, put it like this: the narrative in the country for the longest we could think of has always wanted me and other people of my community to believe that white officers are out here to kill blacks, right? And they did, and it started blowing up real bad when, like, George Floyd and Tiana, when she was killed and stuff like that, right? So because you never see a huge story of a white cop killing a white person. It's always a white cop that kills blacks. So they want me to believe that that's the problem because they're trying to create division. Now, this is my thing. Now, this is my thing, right? Well, here's another reason why we should always exclude the race thing, the card, because a black police chief has did this to me. So that should let you know it's not a race problem we have. We got a real police problem. You feel me?
Right. Well, you remember the last time you had a live and somebody from the post office called you and he started tripping, acting ignorant.
Right.
And I wanted to know who that was. So I did see that video. Are you going to do a follow-up on that? And did you ever find out who that guy was?
So from the guy that called in, that was, wait a minute, say it again, because I kind of threw me
The
off.
guy that called in on one of your lives, you could tell he was a black dude, and he had called in and said he worked for the post office, and he started calling your name, saying, "Bring it on, do that again," threatening you to do it again. I'm like, this guy didn't even realize he just incriminated himself. And then the week, the live, when the guy called in and started calling you names and everything, I thought it was cool that you put his number out there. You know.
Right. So yeah. So now I remember what you're saying, right? So I've been like around that time, even like weeks after, I tried to do some research to, with that name. I think he said his name was Manny, that works for the post office.
Man, yeah, I seen that video.
Yeah, but I haven't. If I'm going through all my post office videos, I don't see that I've come encounter with a Manny. So whoever that was could have been lying, or somebody trolling, or maybe it was a Manny that I came encounter with that worked for another entity, and I'll have to go research that as well to see.
Well, have you did that? The last time I talked to you live about, when you go live, when you record, make sure you're on a cloud, so that way if they do take your phone away. And I also remember when you were talking about that incident, I remember you said the first time you said the police chief took the camera away from you, but he didn't arrest you. And so I was kind of confused with that. Did they arrest you and take you to jail, or did So that first incident where he actually he snatched the phone out my hand and he orchestrated the arrest. So it wasn't him that put the cuffs on me. Another officer did, but it came from his discretion. Like he made the decision that I needed to be arrested and charged that day because I wouldn't leave a health department. So I was cited 2 tickets. I was charged with disturbing the peace and breach of peace. However, a month later, I went to court for it, and the judge that watched the video that day, he watched the entire video, dismissed the tickets. And this is the reason what's motivating the chief to brutally batter me a couple weeks ago, because all that stuff was just against him. So, yeah. And have you thought about that? I mean, do you, because you said they took your camera, so you might have videos on there.
Yeah, so the phone has been mysteriously just gone, right? So he smacked it out my hand in the lobby, and I've never seen it again. I did get some inside source information, about where it could be, but I have never received it back. So.
And you don't worry about doing an audit and they taking your phone away and you have the footage that you just recorded? Because I know that's happened to Sean Long Island Allers several times, and he had to go through a lot. He said, "Well, I'll show the video whenever I get my phone back."
Right. Yeah. So yeah. I you know what? I've come to without trying to reveal everything because we know they watching.
I understand.
But what I could say is this. It's going to be several things recording every time that I do these audits now. It won't be just a phone. So if it does happen again, you can rest assured we'll still have some type of footage, and there'll be smoke sauces. But to be honest, like I say, even with the chief, he told his 2 officers that came in the room with us. He told both of them to cut their cameras off, but the mayor claimed that he's seen the video. So I'm thinking, did the cops cut their cameras off, or maybe the interrogation room that we was in had one? I'm not sure, but the videos is out there. So
why did he film himself doing that? And that's still like this guy. If I'm going to do something like that, I'm not going to film myself doing it. And how did that video get out to the public after he did that?
Well, and that's just it. So I know as soon as, the first day that it happened to me, when I was able to leave, I contacted my attorneys right away, and they jumped on it almost instantaneously. They sent over a preservation motion to preserve every camera footage from everywhere, all over the entire village of Robbins. So so maybe that's what it was, because they jumped on it first, and then I guess the mayor probably was like, well, what's this motion about, and who was these attorneys? And he was able to see the video, but they still haven't released it yet, though.
Right.
So.
Okay. So I know you leaving a trail of salty peanuts behind you. That's good, bro. All right, I'll let you go. I'm gonna fight. I have more questions, but I'm gonna get them together.
Okay.
And I'll check on you next live. But man, I tell everybody about you, man. I said there's this brother in Illinois. He ain't playing with the police, and it's funny, like you say, when some of the police you run into, and they tell you, "Have you ever thought about becoming a police officer?"
Right.
You're good at what you. And I like when you tell them no, because I'll be a whistleblower.
Yeah, they'll get rid of me. They'll get rid of me the very next day.
Right. But good luck to you, brother. And,
I
will continue to support your page in the future.
All right. Thanks a lot for calling in again, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know who you are and where you're calling from.
Yes, sir. This is 68 shots just across the lake from you in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Oh, man. Shout out to Michigan, man. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm surviving over here, but I just wanted to call in and echo a few things that you're saying there. For one, you're obviously called of God, brother, and I praise and I thank God for you. And this is the spiritual warfare against the darkness that the Word talks about. That is absolutely right. And you talking about us being right there in line behind those frontline troops, that's gospel, man. There's one thing that has kept me going through all this, and I have been dying under retaliatory prosecution up here.
Really?
The only thing that keeps me going is seeing the light that it is bringing into people's lives, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate that too, man, and I understand where you're coming from, man. It's a huge battle ahead of us, man, and like you say, we keep putting God first, man. He'll help us conquer all these obstacles, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And too, I just want to say that this is not just that spiritual warfare, but I tell you what, we're right here in the physical, tangible world. I believe that there are agencies who have out and out declared war on the First Amendment community.
You're right. You're right.
I think if your name is attached to anything like YouTube, auditor, First Amendment activist, anything like that, I think you are targeted. You are on a list, and I'll tell you right now. I'm sitting here holding the last police report that I got delivered back to me in a manila envelope marked Defense Counterintelligence and Security Agency.
Really?
And I looked that up. I never even heard of it before. And I looked that up, and that's something that's like a post-Patriot Act kind of a thing. And it's now bigger than the FBI, CIA, and all of it.
Really?
It's Counterintelligence and Security Agency. And what I've been informed of from an undisclosed source here is like where your phone's missing right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're operating with impunity. They'll never get in trouble from withholding that for you, because instead of technically they're withholding it, what they've done likely, and this is, I'm not saying, matter of fact, it sounds to me like likely what they've done is turned your phone over to this Defense Counterintelligence and Security Agency. For suspected, subversive, yada, yada.
Okay.
And so now they are under a blanket of protection where they cannot get in trouble for stealing your property, stealing your data, violating your rights, withholding evidence, all this stuff. I'll tell you, we had another auditor up here, frickin' media. They took his phones. They had him for over a year.
Yeah, you know what? I was about to say, man, what ended up happening to freaking media, man?
They completely took him off of YouTube all at once. Thousands of videos, millions of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Oof.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, how did that happen though? Like, what did he get any strikes or?
Yeah, it was something about reposting videos. It was the targeting. It was the targeting. He was still having exponential growth, and he got targeted. He's got a new channel, or it's like a backup channel. It's Stinky Pants,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're trying to stay strong over here on this side of the lake in Michigan, man. But I'll tell you what, they've hit me with 6 retaliatory charges. I got a trial coming up July 31st for felony filing a false police report.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the most unheard of crap you've ever heard of in your life, and they will literally. I had Josh Abrams from Accountability for All and James Freeman up here just a few days ago, and just to show them an example of the corruption we've got around here, I took them to the public lake that has been taken over by our corrupt local county prosecutor here.
Mm-hmm.
And I took them on public land to put a boat in on a public lake, and we just sat there and waited. We backed the boat up to the edge of the water, sitting on public land.
Wow.
30 cops showed up.
Wow, man. It's like I said.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's crazy, man.
Land. Yeah, it's that's where the prosecutor owns property. Him and his family and his friends and buddies there. So they've decided to take the most pristine lake in the county for themselves.
You know what, brother? I'm gonna say this right now, and this the most beautiful thing about it all. The government, police departments, public servants, they can all do us, we the people, wrong as they want. Like they can do all the stuff they want. They can shoot, kill, they can even kill, even unalive us, right? They can do that. But at the end of the day, when they go stand in front of the man and have to answer to that,
amen,
man. Hey, that's why that's how I feel about it, and that's why I'm fearless with it, bro. Because I know at the end of the day, y'all gotta go answer to the man.
That's that I tell people all the time, brother. That is the real true power in the gospel. Rome had the entire world under subjection because they feared death.
See what I'm saying?
And Jesus delivered them. They said, you know what? Death's not the end.
That's correct. That's correct.
That is gospel. That is the deliverance. You can don't let them threaten you with what they can do to you. Why fear what can happen to you in this world when it comes to you has the power to destroy both body and soul in hell?
Yeah, that's a great point, man.
You gotta have that martyr spirit. Amen to that. You gotta have it. But I'll tell you here, it's a real thing right here, and I'm right there with you. They use that racism for divisiveness.
Oh yeah.
I'm honored to tell you here in my community where I live, I walk up to people with any skin color in my town, and they know that that's Justin Schatz that sticks up for people's rights around here.
Exactly, man. I mean, think about it. This what I say, man. And if they want to get whites and blacks to be against each other, because they know for a proven fact, if they ever really truly unite, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap, man.
I did want to add to that. I do think that they absolutely plan and strategically greatly further oppress black people at certain times in public places to keep that division going specifically.
I think so too.
You're here in this community, the local prosecutor that's after me, his name's Dave Gilbert, and his best friend owns a bar downtown. And at that bar downtown, a local black man, a very beloved local black man, Xavier West, was shot and killed point blank in the chest, 40 cals, right straight from like 5-6 feet away in the chest, unarmed, at a nightclub event. He was there as a patron at a nightclub event. And this guy that worked there for this bar, the bar owned by the best friend of the prosecutor, went home that night. He was never charged with anything.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow, man.
Shot and killed a man in front of hundreds of witnesses. Point blank in the chest. An unarmed man.
See what I'm saying? It's pitiful, man. Shameful, man.
He was never charged with anything. He never sat in a handcuff or a jail cell for a second. No alcohol assessment. No drug assessment. And this is a guy who had already been in trouble for weapons offenses.
That's crazy, man.
But he knew people. But he's connected with the local prosecutor here. Then that's how they keep that division going. Because I tell you what, if I was black and living in Battle Creek, Michigan, and you asked me, is there racism? I'd say, have you met any of the cops around here?
Right. Now I feel you, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's definitely, I mean, racism. Don't get me wrong. Of course, it exists. Racism exists, but the narratives, like the narrative that they try to pump on us, it doesn't make sense. Like like I was telling the previous caller, man. Like if a white cop shoot and kill a black cop, put it like this. And this just being perfectly honest. If the chief of police from Robbins was white and did that to me, this would be national news. So you get what I'm saying? But since it's a black chief,
that's exactly why they do that. And you'll even hear them. And I'll tell you, somebody is I worked for the phone company for a long time, so I was in the back rooms of a lot of places for a long time. Wired a lot of these police stations and courthouses and stuff. And no, they'll specifically send black officers to do dirty work on black people for the sake of saying, and then nothing will happen because of it.
Wow.
And that's part of the darkness they've got going on, and they definitely, here's the way I look at those people is the only race that really matters to them is that connected ruling class. They're classist above all. And other than that, they might have some, certain, flavored abuse that they have for people of different races. But the fact of the matter is if you're some poor hillbilly, you never had no white privilege card with any of them. You're just as much a victim as anybody else. I
feel you, brother.
But yeah, it's tyrannical around here. I mean, you ask anybody around here, the norm is now is if an officer comes up and touches you and it says, hey, that's it, I'm putting you under arrest. As soon as they grab your wrist, they'll say, stop pulling away from me, and boom, you've got a felony R&O charge.
Yep, resisting arrest, you're right. Yep.
No evidence in the world other than that word of that individual. And it's the bread and butter.
Yep, you're right. That's crazy, man. That's super crazy.
They've got people think that it's only happens in the history books and Nazi Germany and stuff. But I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I used to wonder to myself, how could they get a population to go along with that? And then I thought the same thing about slavery in the South. How could they get a population? I mean, yeah, sure, we had John Brown and some preachers and a few abolitionists that took the stand, but the population did. And I thought to myself, how could they get a damn population to go along with that stuff? And then now in my lifetime, when I've seen all the retaliatory charges going after people, I realize how it is. They get people to where, well, you want some of what he's getting? No, then you better look the other way.
I feel you, man. I feel it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's shameful, man. And like I say, we got a lot of work to do, man. And I'm optimistic, obviously so. We definitely got to remain optimistic and hopeful that, one day, man, we can have it to the way that we need it to be and not really want it to be, but how we need it to be. So.
Well, we're gonna make national news out of this prosecutor. James Freeman and Josh Abrams come out here, and they've already had it reviewed by top level lawyers now to verify.
Okay.
I'll wait till you get on here.
And say resume. Did it pop back up?
Not just yet. Comments are still going.
Yeah, I see the comments. It says signal gone, but look like I'm back on though. I just hit resume. Okay,
sometimes they mess with mine, I think, bro, to be honest with you.
Hey, y'all put a one in the chat if y'all can see me. Okay. All right, we back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So we're gonna get that stuff straightened out around here. So we're gonna get that at least known, you know. And
I don't blame you, brother, because hey, can't tolerate that, man.
Nah, it's been too crazy around here for too long. At our last township meeting, they sent local cops dressed up in their Outlaws biker gang uniform to confront me outside of the township meeting.
Oh wow.
That's how it's going around here. You know, like cops allowed to be in a white supremacist biker gang.
Wow. That's crazy.
And show up in their uniforms and stuff. And they stood there like arm in arm with the on-duty cops in uniform.
Wow.
We got that all on video. They're that brazen.
Wow.
I don't think anybody's ever going to hold them to any kind of like actual accountability of the law around here. Things have been insane here.
That's crazy, man. Well, you know what? We definitely coming to Michigan, brother. And when I'm gonna lock your number in, man. And when I get that way, man, I'm definitely gonna hit you up, brother.
You do it. I'll let you get out there and talk to other people, man. But I was so glad to connect with you, man. And anything I can ever do, get a hold of me, let me know. And you're going to be in my prayers, brother.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. Really, I really do.
All right.
All right. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know who you are and where you're calling from.
My name is Jennifer, and I'm calling from Spokane, Washington.
Man, shout out to Washington. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right. I was kind of upset when you got your little puppy on there. If you could do your puppy, show your puppy a little bit more. I really like dogs. Because I lost my son's son. I've been through a lot. I got a correct report. I was kidnapped, raped, and left on the street by a dirty deputy on 11/6/2020. I've got a video called Alex now.
No, wait a minute. One moment. It sounds like I hear what you're saying a little bit. Then it's like you're going in and out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I was telling you that I've been through a lot too. On 11/6/2020, I was kidnapped, raped, and left for dead on the street by a dirty deputy local to me.
Oh, wow.
And I have a corrupt person. I was at the corrupt stuff too. I mean, it's very corrupt. And not only that, the first police report that I requested, like every second, third page was redacted, fully redacted, and I've got that copy too. So I went down to the police department and the sheriff's department in person, and there was another officer there that was working at the front desk, which he recognized me because he helped me when I was going through domestic violence with my ex-husband, and so he recognized me. We were talking, and he didn't know about my quote plan incident that I was in on 11/6/2020, and I was like, yeah, I just said, yeah, I was in an accident. You know, I call it a planned accident is what it was. But I told him I was in an accident. You know, I requested the police report, and I said, this is the police report I got. I said, every second, third page is fully redacted. So he printed off the unredacted police report for me, gave it to me, and about 2 weeks later, that was the officer that was riding his motorcycle. He was shot in the head 2 blocks from my house, but he ain't dead. He's still alive. And so they found out about him giving me the unredacted copy of my police report, and then they shot him in the head when he was on duty on his motorcycle 2 blocks from my house. And I'm not even joking you. I uploaded videos on my YouTube of the road closure and everything. They closed the whole road off. But I've gone through a lot of it. It's all an act of retaliation because I took a federal judge off the bench for wrongfully foreclosing on me back in 2015. He was a federal judge in the 9th District. His name was Ronald White. He said, coincidentally, I went, he sicked his son on me. He sicked his dogs on me. His son is a dirty deputy. And his dirty deputy I went to high school with. And the city of Spokane, where I live, when he was promoted from officer to sheriff deputy, they showed a fake picture of who he was, and they said he's only 23. I'm 45 years old. I went to high school with this piece of...
So let me ask you. You have a YouTube channel?
I do. It's Games with Quinn, and I've uploaded, like, if there's a video or there's one particular playlist that I made, I've uploaded my correct police report and everything. It's called. Hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you what the name of it is. in my playlist. I'll tell you what the name of it here is. It's called Quinn's Night Rider Diary, because my last name is Ryder, Ryder, and so I call myself Ryder Die, and then I said diary, like a diary, like a journal. Oh, I died. So, I've died before. I died and been on the other side, because I literally was left for dead on the street by this dirty deputy. When the medics arrived, they had to defibrillate my heart 5 times, incubate me on scene. I was in a coma 2.5 weeks.
What?
Yes. I'm not joking you. That my family was told I wasn't going to make it. Yes, I was in a coma 2.5 weeks. I was in the hospital for almost about 2.5 months total, inpatient. And but I'll tell you one thing. When I died, I was on the other side. And when I was in the ICU room, getting pushed into the ICU room, I was having convulsions and seizing. And I was unconscious, but my light body was still there. And I ended up astral projecting with my ancestors that were murdered in history. We were wrongfully murdered in history during the Salem witch trials. And, there's a book about them called the Crucible. Rebecca Nurse, she's the main character of that. She was wrongfully murdered during the Salem witch trials, and our 2 sisters, Mary Eastie and Sarah Place, they were in my ICU room waiting for me when I was being pushed in there. But my light body communicated with them, and they said, "I see you," and I said, "I see you too." They took me back to the scene and showed me everything. I saw it all in reverse. They guided my dog, my Sunshine, my beloved Sunshine, Bucky, who's dead, how to keep my spirit from ascending permanently. So the medics were able to defibrillate my heart 5 times and get a heartbeat back out of me, basically resurrect me. And my Sunshine, he was too weak to protect me. He was my service animal. He went everywhere with me because I've got a disability called Chiari, and my legs gave out on me unexpectedly. That was his duty. And so he was always with me. But he was too weak. He couldn't protect me because he was only a 12-pound half Chihuahua, half Maltese.
Oh, well, look, okay. Let me. Okay, what's your name again?
My name. I go by Quinn.
Quinn. Can you see? I got Connor in the video right now for you. Can you see him?
I don't have the video up. I was giving you the name of my playlist right now. I don't have the video up because I'm on the phone with you.
Okay.
And then I was giving you the name of the playlist. I did, because they won't let me share it much with anybody. I mean, they're really, it's the algorithms, the AI and stuff. They're really blocking me. A lot of the videos that I've had to re-upload many times, like the corrupt police report and everything, they kept removing it for harassment and bullying. And then it's like, and then the dirty deputy even filed orders of protection against me because he was trying to silence me. But and then at the day of the hearing, the corrupt judge that was involved, there's a lot of corruption going on. The corrupt judge that was involved wrongfully granted those orders of protection to that sheriff deputy against me. And then after the hearing, I walked out of the courtroom and I was arrested by another attorney for violating those orders, felony cyberbullying, for violating those orders of protection right there. And if I violated them there in the hearing, should be on the record, felony cyberbullying. So they put me in jail literally right there.
Hey, okay. Well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this because a lot of people in the chat is asking for it as well. They want you to go to the chat and put in your channel name so everybody can see it, because it's kind of hard to hear. We're having some difficulties real quick, but it's cool. And then what I want you to do is text me everything where I can look into some stuff for you to this number. I'm gonna save this number so I can look it up real quick.
And my screen, Angel Quinn, like Gangel, G-H-E-A-N-G-E-L, Quinn. It stands for Ghetto's Angels, Ghetto's Angel, Quinn. Because Quinn is my middle name. It's what I go by. But I just got that thing rid of the chat, so I'm going to post the link right here, right now.
Okay.
I posted the link to that. That's to my playlist, and that playlist is all the stuff that I've been dealing with. Pretty much all of it. Most of it. Even from the corrupt police report, from the orders of protection, from everything.
Okay.
I've been dealing with this dirty deputy, and it's crazy.
Okay.
And my living room window was shot out by this deputy too. While I was in a coma, I went through insurance fraud, bank fraud, and everything, because that dirty deputy was in possession of my purse, wallet, my keys. I went through vehicle fraud, vehicle theft, and everything.
Okay, I feel you. So what I want you, like I say, just send me over everything, because we got to take the next caller. But I'm definitely sorry you had to go through all that. But make sure you text everything to me though.
Okay, text it to this number.
Yeah, this number right here.
Okay, I will do.
All right, appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Man, that's crazy, man. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know who you are and where you're calling from.
What's going on, man? It's Carlos, man, from Miami, man. Just wanted to give a kudos and shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate that, brother.
You know what I'm saying? For exposing these corrupt, you know what I'm saying, chief, man. You know what I mean? Definitely unruly and corrupt chief, man. We standing here with you. My brother called in earlier, you know, boss lifestyle. So, and I just want to let you know, man, we stand with you 100%, you know, here in Miami, here in California. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys, man. Real talk. Thanks a lot.
I've been part of the TTA family since the beginning of this year, and I put my brother on like a couple of months ago, and he watched all your videos. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love you guys for that, brother. I really do, man.
Just want to let you know, man, we standing 10 toes down with you, bro. You know what I mean? You're doing the right thing, man. And if we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep enforcing these people on knowing our rights and our laws. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, brother.
So, man, keep doing what you're doing. I ain't gonna hold you long. I know you got a lot of callers and everything like that, man. But you know, I stand with you, bro. I just want to let you know that, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing you, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. We appreciate you.
And I appreciate you too, brother. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know you are where you're calling from. Oh, they must have hung up. Oh, here they go. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know who you are and where you're calling from.
Hey, yeah, my name's Jabari out of Las Vegas. How you doing today?
Man, pretty good, man. Thanks for asking. And shout out to Vegas, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I was feeling rather disgusting, man, when I seen that video, man. You was right, man. You said we gonna feel some type of way. I was feeling some type of way, most definitely.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know, man. It's just shameful, man, what happened, man. But, hey, well, that ain't gonna stop us, though, brother. That just made us want to go even harder, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad you're going harder, man. Don't ever give up, bro. Like, you know, I know your family might feel some type of way, but you know deep down inside what you got to do, man. And we all watch it, man. I was gonna say, man, like I like when you have longer videos, because I see a couple weeks ago you were saying that you know, some people might not like it, but I think if you took a vote, man, we all like to watch your videos. I'll be tuning in every time, man, every time.
Oh, yeah, I feel you, man. You know, the longer video, I think the longer videos is kind of better, you know, but you basically put out whatever's available, man, at the time, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, he can only do so much what he got to go with. But, man, what I was going to say is, there's one comment I ain't seen you kind of bring up in a minute, like when you say, like, policy isn't law. And, man, if you got to bring that one in. It ain't milk, man, when you tell them that.
Oh, man, I got you, man. Yeah, I know. You know, that was like in the embryonic stages, man. I used to spit all last year, but yeah, I'll bring it back though, like a boomerang. Don't even trip.
Yeah, I know, man. Shit, I'll let some other people call, man. But I'll be, man. Would you post your videos on like Tuesdays and Thursdays? Cause I'll be faithfully up watching them.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays.
Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. You enjoy your rest of the weekend, and man, and be safe, man. We all out here standing with you, bro.
Man, I appreciate.
Glad that I finally got in and be able to talk to you, man. Shit.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks a lot for calling in, man.
All right, have a blessed day.
All right. Thanks for calling in the TTA. Let the people know who you are and where you're calling from.
Trey from Cali.
Man, shout out to Cali, man. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm doing good, Brother James. How you doing, man?
Man, trying to take it one day at a time, man. Thanks for asking.
Yes, sir, man. I've been calling back to back trying to get in. It's been a minute since I've been able to tap in with you. But, you know, I'm going to go straight to it, man. When I saw the video you put up, man, about what happened to you, bro, my heart broke, man. And I didn't even realize how deeply I was being affected by understanding our rights and understanding and learning. I've been rocking with you from the beginning, and to see how it affected me, man, it caught me off guard, bro.
Yeah, man, I know, man. I was trying to prep you guys, man, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I knew it though. You know, my real TTA family members, man, I love you guys, man. Y'all really got my back. So I already knew it was gonna anger, you guys right away. So
Yeah, I remember when you said that, you was like, man, I'm gonna be dropping some stuff soon, man, and all I can say is, it's gonna make you guys angry
yeah,
and anger, and I was curious. I'm like, man, well, what happened? I honestly thought it was maybe something that you've been pursuing, and they kind of just like, dispose of the information or ignoring you. But when I saw what happened, man, and oh, bro, like even thinking back on it.
Yeah.
Just makes me really just like, bro, disappointed more than anything else. And I know we don't like to play the race card, man, but I can't understand. I just can't fathom in my mind for you to have to go through something so tragic and for it to be, another brother is like, it just makes it even worse, man. I don't know. It just leaves a bad feeling in my, I don't know.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that, man. And you know what? You know what's even more crazy, man? I don't know if I told the news reporter this, but it was crazy because when we was in the back room, you got to remember it was me, him, it was another officer, black officer, and there was a white sergeant. And if you go back and look at the video, the first video, you will see the white sergeant. His name is Sergeant Yates. So the chief made a comment, right? He made a comment, man, while he was battering me. He was like, he looked at his sergeant. He said, I'm not going to even disrespect. What he say? He was like, not to be disrespectful to my sergeant right here, but you being a puppet for these white folks. Now, this is what he said to me. So now, naturally, at that moment, I'm just thinking, man, let me just talk this dude down. But really in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you can't be sitting up here trying to be on some self-righteous pro-black stuff back here hitting me. And you look worse than what you're trying to convey, man. So that's crazy, man.
That's all backwards, man. I'm not I'm not gonna hold you long, bro, but I do got 2 questions to ask you before I get off of here.
For sure.
The first one is, how is your headspace, man?
It's you know what? To be honest, it's kind of cloudy though. I ain't gonna front about it because of what occurred. Obviously, I'm skeptical sometimes when coming in encounter with certain law enforcement, hoping that I can avoid chief of polices at all costs if I can, because I still got a job to do. But and I try to just I still try to walk in the fearlessness. But it's hard, obviously, because of what happened. So, yeah. But I'm still locked in, though.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And then the second question, man, how is your heart?
In terms of,
like, emotionally, like how are you doing emotionally?
Man, you know what? Not too well. Not too well.
Okay.
But like I say, I try to, cope with it the best way we know how, you know what I mean? Because like I say, God called me for the mission, so I'll figure it out eventually.
Definitely, man. I asked that because I want to know how to pray for you, man, and how I could, support on a human being level. I feel like a lot of times, especially now in the world we live in, we're so transactional. You know what I mean? Everything has to be what I get out of it. And I feel like that's something that we got to learn to kill, is transactional benefit, all the time. And sometimes it's good to know how a person is really doing. And I know as a man, we don't get asked that a lot. We don't get asked how we're doing, outside of it being just a way of saying hello, a formal greeting. But learning and knowing about, people that you care about and understanding where they are will help you and how to support them. So, for all the TTA family that really rock, for Brother James, man, let's keep this brother lifted up and continue to pray for his well-being, and as well as, not to lose that, that gumption that you have, man, to keep fighting for our rights and being an example to everybody, man. It means a lot, bro. And like I said, I'm not gonna hold you. I just want to encourage you, let you know I'm still rocking with you, man. I'll be in the comments every now and again, but after the last incident, I said, man, I'm gonna keep calling until I get in, because I'm definitely supporting you, bro. And you know, we rocking with you, man, to the end. Good thing is, when all this pans out, the blessing on the other side. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah, man.
we're
You
rocking
know,
with you, man.
man, I appreciate you, brother. I really do, man. I really appreciate them words wholeheartedly, man. You know, it does something for me, man. And appreciate you calling in, bro. I really do, man.
All good, man. I'll be tapping in.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, TTA family, man. So, man, that's how that cookie's gonna crumble, TTA family. We got some, got a lot of stuff coming up, TTA family. Like I say, man, we're gonna get ready to trying to still figure out how I want to do this next round of cash giveaways for you guys, man. Because like I say, man, my thing is this too. Still, it's you know, it's good to fight for we the people, but I just feel like, you know, giving back to we the people should align with that as well, man. That's just me though, you know. So y'all make sure y'all get ready, man. And they have arrived. Yeah, man. So, man, with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody that's here, man, supporting me. Love you guys, man. Shout out to all my mods, man. I love you guys, man. Being focused and keeping this thing to where we got to go, man, because, hey, we locked in for the long run, man. They ain't going to scare us away. Might got some skepticism, some curiosities and stuff like that. You know, we've been a little bit more careful, man, going out there, you know, but we still locked in because God called us for the mission. Period. So I love you guys wholeheartedly, man, and I'll see you guys Sunday after next, man, and we'll be good to go. Go.